Welcome to Smart Listening Lab, your daily destination for English-speaking practice. We create videos with the latest trends and real-world examples to help you master the language in a fun and practical way. Today we're tackling a fear almost everyone faces: public speaking. The title of this video is Public Speaking Pro Tips: 10 Steps to Conquer the Fear. Whether it's a presentation at work, a toast at a wedding, or a pitch for your new business, the fear can be paralyzing. If you've ever felt your heart pounding, palms sweating, or your mind going blank, you are not alone. Studies show that public speaking is one of the most common fears, sometimes even above the fear of death. We're going to tackle those fears head-on with 10 pro tips, simple steps you can take right now to turn that fear into your superpower. Before we get to the tips, let me share a secret with you. It might surprise you to hear this, especially if you've seen me here on the lab, but I used to absolutely dread public speaking. My hands would shake so badly I couldn't hold notes still. I remember a time in college when my mind went completely blank during a presentation. It felt like an eternity standing there, red-faced, while everyone stared. For years, that memory haunted me, and I avoided any situation that involved speaking in front of a group. The physical symptoms were overwhelming: a racing heart, a dry mouth, tunnel vision. It wasn't just nerves, it felt like a full-blown panic. But eventually, I got tired of letting that fear dictate my life. I knew I had valuable things to say, and I wasn't going to let one bad experience define me. I started small. I watched other speakers, I read books, and I started practicing, sometimes just to my reflection, sometimes to my very patient cat. What I realized was that the fear wouldn't vanish overnight, but I could learn to manage it. I could equip myself with new tools and a new mindset. That's what we'll explore today. These are 10 tips that helped me transform from someone who dreaded speaking to someone who genuinely enjoys connecting with an audience. Each tip is a practical step, complete with an explanation and an actionable recommendation. Tip 1. The power of preparation. Our first tip is all about preparation. Many people fear forgetting their lines or not knowing enough. I know I used to. It's not just about what you're going to say, but also about knowing your audience. I want you to imagine who you're speaking to. What do they already know? What do they need to hear? Write down 3 questions your audience might have, and then answer them in your notes. This grounds you and builds confidence in your expertise. Tip 2. Practice out loud and record yourself. This is a tough one, but it's a game changer. Our next tip is to practice your talk out loud to an empty room. Then, and this is the crucial part, record it on your phone. Yes, it's awkward. I used to cringe listening to my own voice. But it's the best way to catch your verbal tics, your pace, and your tone. Listen back and identify just one thing you want to improve. Focus on progress, not perfection. Tip 3. The body language boost. Your body speaks louder than your words. When we're nervous, we often slouch or fidget. For this tip, let's work on your stance. Plant your feet shoulder-width apart, keep your shoulders back, and use your hands to gesture. Instead of clasping them behind your back or putting them in your pockets, let them help you tell your story. Confident posture can actually make you feel more confident. I challenge you to stand up right now and practice a simple sentence with confident body language. Tip 4. Embrace the pause. Silence can be your most powerful tool. When we're anxious, we tend to rush. Our next tip is to find a natural break in your script and intentionally pause for 3 full seconds. Feel the silence. It allows your audience to digest what you've just said, and it makes you sound more in control, not rushed. It also gives you a moment to breathe and collect your thoughts. It might feel long to you, but it rarely does to your audience. Tip 5. The storytelling secret. People don't remember facts, they remember stories. One of my biggest fears was boring my audience. Your next tip is to find one short personal anecdote related to your topic and weave it into your talk. It could be a success story, a failure you learned from, or a funny observation. Make it human. This creates a connection and makes your message memorable. Tip 6. Visualize success. This one is all about mindset. When we're nervous, our brains often default to the worst-case scenario. For this tip, close your eyes for a moment. I want you to picture your presentation going perfectly. See the audience smiling, hear the positive feedback, feel yourself speaking confidently. Don't just think about the fear. Spend 60 seconds picturing the success. Your mind can't tell the difference between a vivid imagination and reality, so give it a positive rehearsal. Tip 7. The what if. Plan. What if you forget a point? What if the tech fails? What if someone asks a tough question? Our next tip is to create a worst-case scenario plan. Just write down 3 things that could go wrong and a simple brief solution for each. Acknowledge the fear, plan for it, and then dismiss it. Knowing you have a contingency plan drastically reduces anxiety. Tip 8. The breathing technique. Your breath is your secret weapon against a racing heart and shaky voice. For this tip, let's practice a simple breathing exercise. Breathe in for 4 seconds deeply through your nose, hold for 4 seconds, and then exhale slowly for 6 seconds through your mouth. Do this 3 times before you speak. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, calming your entire body. I still do this before every single video. Tip 9. Get there early. This is a simple but powerful tip to combat that last-minute rush and panic. Your next tip is to arrive at the venue 15 minutes earlier than you think you need to. It gives you time to get comfortable, check the setup, grab a glass of water, and say a quick hello to a few people. Being early reduces anxiety and helps you feel more in control of your environment. Tip 10. The smart listeners. And for our final tip, I want you to reframe your talk not as a performance, but as a conversation. This was the biggest breakthrough for me. Think of yourself as a smart listener sharing valuable information. You're not there to be judged. You're there to help, to inform, to connect. Focus on what you can give to your audience, not on what you're afraid of losing or failing at. When you genuinely focus on your audience's needs, your own nerves often fade into the background. Conclusion. These aren't just tips. They're small, manageable steps you can take to build confidence. Remember, I started right where many of you might be now, full of fear and doubt. But with practice and these strategies, you can conquer this. Start with just one of them for your next presentation. And remember, every great speaker was once a beginner. Thank you for joining us in the Smart Listening Lab. What's one public speaking challenge you're working on? Or one tip that has helped you? Let us know in the comments below. See you next time.
Thanks for tuning in. Keep practicing, and for more English lessons, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.